The Bernie Mac Show, commonly known as Bernie Mac, stands as an American comedic sitcom television series crafted by Larry Wilmore and broadcasted on Fox for a continuous span of 5 seasons, spanning from November 2001 to April 2006. The narrative revolved around Bernie Mac and his spouse Wanda navigating the challenges of raising his sister's 3 children, namely Jordan, Vanessa, and Brianna, drawing inspiration from his own real-life encounters. Across the 5 seasons, the sitcom amassed a total of 101 episodes. The inaugural season proved highly successful, earning the sitcom numerous accolades, including an Emmy Award for Outstanding Comedy Series and the esteemed Peabody Award. Bernie Mac himself garnered Emmy and Golden Globe nominations for his outstanding portrayal in the comedy series. Despite its cancellation 15 years ago, the show endures as one of the most cherished family sitcoms. The Bernie Mac Show boasted a diverse cast, and in this video, we'll spotlight some of the cast members who have since passed away. On our channel, we present content of this nature, so remember to express your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing for more. Nia Rivera. Nia Rivera gained prominence for her portrayal of Donna in the family sitcom The Bernie Mac Show, featuring in 11 episodes. Despite the brevity of her role, she left a lasting impact on the show. Tragically, Nia Rivera, 33, embarked on a boat trip on Lake Piru with her 4-year-old son, Jose. However, her lifeless body was discovered floating in the lake 5 days later. Nia Marie Rivera was born in Valencia, California, on January 12, 1987. She spent most of her life in and around Los Angeles, growing up in Valencia. Her heritage included African American, German, and Puerto Rican roots. In the 2010s, when the term Afro-Latinx gained prominence, she often identified with it. Her mother, Yolanda Previtire, worked as a real estate agent and former model, while her father, George Rivera, held various IT positions, including roles at Disney and Universal Music. Rivera made her debut in Kmart commercials as a baby, but her significant break came at the age of 4 when she played Hillary Winston on the CBS sitcom The Royal Family in 1991. Although unable to read scripts at that age, she mastered the art of learning lines through recitation and memorization. This skill persisted, earning her a reputation for quickly learning lines without errors on set. Unfortunately, The Royal Family was canceled after Red Fox, the star, suffered a sudden heart attack on set, as Rivera testified. In 2009, Rivera secured the role of Santana Lopez, a high school cheerleader in Fox's musical comedy series Glee, centered around a high school glee club. Her audition was driven by the desire to sing, dance, and act all in the same show, coupled with her admiration for co-creator Ryan Murphy's prior work on Nip Tuck. In 2015, she took on the recurring role of Blanca Alvarez in the 3rd season of Lifetime's drama series Devious Maids. Additionally, from 2014 to 2015, she served as a recurring guest host on The View. While appearing in the final season of Glee in 2015, Rivera requested a reduction in her role to focus on other projects. Initially slated for only a few episodes on The View, her impactful sound bites led to increased social media presence, prompting producers to consider broader plans for Rivera before solidifying her position as a more regular guest host. Rivera was in a relationship with actor Taj Mowry from 2000 to 2004, a connection that began when they first met, shooting a commercial when Rivera was 4. They later collaborated on Smart Guy in the 1990s. Over the years, she maintained a close relationship with Taj and his family, particularly his sisters, Tia and Tamara Mowry. Rivera played a supportive role, helping the sisters secure an apartment when they faced eviction. She also appeared on Tia Mowry at Home in 2017. Following Rivera's disappearance, Taj Mowry penned an Instagram tribute on July 12, 2020, expressing enduring love for her. During the challenging period of Rivera's disappearance and the subsequent confirmation of her passing, fans extended messages of support. After her body was discovered, tributes poured in, and the family acknowledged the overwhelming love in a message shared on July 15th. Rivera's ex-husband, Dorsey, refrained from making a public statement until after her funeral. In a post on Instagram, he expressed the difficulty in coming to terms with her death, but acknowledged that their son provided solace. On the day her body was found, Jones, her boyfriend, shared his grief in an Instagram post, emphasizing Rivera's love for their son. Reynaldo Rey, recognized by fans as Deacon from the show, made a single appearance in 2004. Rey passed away on May 28, 2015, as a result of complications arising from a stroke he had suffered a year earlier. His final resting place is at Forest Lawn Memorial Park, Hollywood Hills. Relocating to Cleveland, Ohio, Rey dedicated 7 years to teaching and became a part of the esteemed Karamu House Theater, renowned for shaping exceptional actors, directors, and producers. It was here that he launched his comedy career, hitting the road with the OJs. Subsequently, he moved to New York City, receiving an invitation to join the Harlem Theater Group. During his time with the group, he made his debut in film. This led to performances across Europe, Asia, and Africa over 2 years. Rey boasts a filmography of 52 movies, including notable titles like Friday, House Party 3, White Men Can't Jump, A Rage in Harlem, and Harlem Nights. In the latter, he shared the screen with icons such as Red Fox, his mentor for whom he frequently opened shows, along with Della Reese, Richard Pryor, Arsenio Hall, and Eddie Murphy. His television credits include 32 shows, among them BET's Comic View, 1998-1999, 2000-2001, where he served as co-host, The Tonight Show, Robert Townsend's Parents in Crime, The Parenthood, and 227 as Rey the Mailman. Rey also made an appearance on the show Noah's Ark. Beyond his performances, he recorded 3 comedy albums and 3 videos. Notably, he produced his own video featuring a rap he penned called I'm Scared A.U., inspired by the enthusiastic audience reaction on Russell Simmons' Def Comedy Jam. In 1973, Rey appeared twice as a contestant on the popular game show Match Game, returning due to a technicality and eventually securing 3 wins, totaling $650. Bernie Mack. Bernie Mack served as the beating heart and essence of the sitcom, The Bernie Mac Show, being a pivotal figure in the main cast. Tragically, he also departed from the realm of the living. On July 19, 2008, Mack was admitted to Northwestern Memorial Hospital in his native Chicago. Following a 3-week stint in the ICU, Mack experienced cardiac arrest and passed away in the early morning hours of August 9th at the age of 50. Importantly, his publicist clarified that the complications leading to his demise were unrelated to his sarcoidosis. Born Bernard Jeffrey McCullough on October 5, 1957, in Chicago, Illinois, Mack was the second child of Mary McCullough and Jeffrey Harrison. Raised by his single mother and grandparents on the city's South Side, Mack initiated his high school journey at Chicago Vocational High School. Tragedy struck in 1973 when his mother passed away when he was 16, followed by the untimely deaths of his older brother and estranged father. Despite these hardships, Mack graduated from Chicago Vocational High School in 1975. Mack's comedic influences stemmed from The Three Stooges, along with listening to stand-up legends Richard Pryor and Red Fox. Beginning his career as a stand-up comedian at Chicago's Cotton Club, Mack gained prominence by winning the Miller Lite Comedy Search at the age of 32. In 1992, a memorable appearance on the 3rd episode of HBO's Def Comedy Jam catapulted him to fame. During a moment of audience unrest, Mack confidently declared, "I ain't scared of you motherfuckers," and made it clear he didn't come here for no foolishness. taking on his first leading role as Dollar Bill, a charismatic club owner, in 1998's The Players Club, Mack broke away from conventional black comedy. His versatility was further evident in the 2001 Ocean's 11 remake and assuming the role of the new Bosley in the Charlie's Angels sequel, Charlie's Angels: Full Throttle. On March 19, 2007, Mack informed David Letterman on the CBS Late Show that he planned to conclude his 30-year career once he completed filming the comedy movie The Entire Truth, Nothing But the Truth, So Help Me Mack. Mack expressed to Letterman, "I'm still going to engage in producing my films, but I desire to savor life a bit," highlighting missed experiences from his past. "I was a street performer for 2 years. I entered clubs in 1977 and spent 47 weeks on the road each year." Mack wedded his high school love, Rhonda Gore, on September 17, 1977, and they welcomed a daughter, Janice, in 1978. During the 2003 National League Championship Series, Mack attended Take Me Out to the Ball game at Wrigley Field with the Chicago Cubs leading the Florida Marlins 3-2 and Game 6 by a 2-0 score at the time. However, instead of chanting "Root, root, root for the Cubbies," Mack exclaimed, "Root, root, root for the champs! Champs!" The Cubs subsequently lost the game, sparking speculation that Mack played a role in jinxing the team after the Steve Bartman incident. In the last 2 decades of his life, Mack publicly disclosed his battle with severe sarcoidosis, an inflammatory disease of unknown origin. On July 19, 2008, Mack was hospitalized at Northwestern Memorial Hospital in his native Chicago. Following a 3-week stay in the ICU, Mack suffered cardiac arrest and passed away in the early morning hours on August 9th at 50. Notably, his publicist clarified that the complications leading to his demise were unrelated to his sarcoidosis. Carl Reiner. Carl Reiner was famously recognized as Carl Reiner, the neighbor in the Bernie Mac family, and featured in merely 3 episodes of the series. On June 29, 2020, Reiner passed away from natural causes at his residence in Beverly Hills, California, at the age of 98. Reiner was born in the Bronx, New York, on March 20, 1922, to Irving and Bessie Reiner. Of Jewish heritage, his father hailed from Austria, a watchmaker by trade, while his mother had roots in Romania. Having an older brother, Charles, who served in World War II's 9th Division, Reiner credited Charles for his decision to shift careers. His uncle, Harry Matthias, marked the family's first foray into entertainment. He graced several Broadway musicals, playing the lead in Call Me Mister, cast by Max Leibman. In 1950, Reiner emerged as a comic actor on Sid Caesar's Your Show of Shows, contributing ideas to writers like Mel Brooks and Neil Simon. Though uncredited for his sketch material, he clinched Emmy Awards in 1955 and 1956 for supporting actor roles. In 1977, Reiner directed and starred in Oh God alongside George Burns, John Denver, and Terry Garr. The film achieved both financial and critical success, ranking as the 6th highest-grossing film of 1977. Reiner's literary contributions extended to more than 24 books, including autobiographical novels like Enter Laughing, 1958, and its 1995 sequel, Continue Laughing. His memoir, My Anecdotal Life, a memoir, hit shelves in 2003, followed by a series of humorous memoirs, namely I Remember Me, 2012, I Just Remembered, 2014, and What I Forgot to Remember, 2015, along with works on film and art. Inspired by tales for a certain grandson, he delved into children's books, responding to requests like, "Tell me a scary story, Grandpa, but not too scary." On December 24, 1943, Reiner wed singer Estelle Lebost. Their marital union lasted nearly 65 years until her passing in October 2008. Estelle uttered the memorable line, "I'll take what she's having, in the deli scene of the 1989 movie When Harry Met Sally. Together, they were the parents of Rob Reiner, born 1947, poet, playwright, and author Annie Reiner, born 1949, and painter, actor, and director Lucas Reiner, born 1960. Don Rickles. Don Rickles, widely recognized as Don Rickles, is another member of the cast from the sitcom The Bernie Mac Show, who has passed away in reality. Rickles made a guest appearance on the sitcom, portraying himself. On April 6, 2017, Rickles succumbed to kidney failure at his residence in Los Angeles, California, at the age of 90. He was laid to rest at Mount Sinai Memorial Park Cemetery. Rickles, born in Queens, New York City, United States on May 8, 1926, was of Jewish heritage. His father, Max Rickles, 1896-1952, immigrated in 1903 with his Lithuanian parents from Kaunas. His mother, Etta Rickles, was born in New York City to Austrian immigrant parents. Rickles spent his formative years in Jackson Heights. In the early 1950s, when Rickles embarked on his career, he coined the term hockey pucks for ill-mannered audience members. His comedic style bore similarities to that of the older insult comic Jack E. Leonard, although Rickles denied being influenced by Leonard. During an interview on Larry King Live, Rickles attributed his entry into show business to Milton Berle's comedy style. While performing at the Murray Franklin's nightclub in Miami Beach, Florida, early in his career, Rickles spotted Frank Sinatra and quipped, "I just saw your movie, The Pride and the Passion, and I want to tell you the Cannon's acting was great." He added, "Make yourself at home, Frank. Hit somebody." Sinatra, who affectionately referred to Rickles as Bullet Head, enjoyed his act so much that he encouraged other celebrities to witness Rickles' performance and be playfully insulted. Sinatra's endorsement played a crucial role in Rickles becoming a headline performer in Las Vegas. During a Dean Martin Celebrity Roast special, Rickles participated in roasting Sinatra, and he himself was also roasted in another show in the series. On March 14, 1965, Rickles wed Barbara Sklar of Philadelphia. Admitting to facing romantic challenges in his 20s and 30s, Rickles met Sklar through his agent when he was 38 and fell for her when she didn't grasp his sense of humor. They had 2 children, Mindy, an actress, and Larry, a producer who passed away from pneumonia at 41. According to Rickles' memoir, his grandchildren Ethan and Harrison Mann were more impressed by his portrayal of Mr. Potato Head than any of his other accomplishments. Barbara Rickles succumbed to non-Hodgkin lymphoma on March 14, 2021, precisely 56 years after the couple's wedding. Teresa Sanaa. Teresa Sanaa was recognized for her portrayal of Rachel in the series. Sanaa passed away on June 6, 2016 at 61, following hospitalization for pneumonia at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. Michael Chiklis, who portrayed Sanaa's on-screen spouse in The Comish, expressed that hearing the news was difficult. Sanaa was born in the Brooklyn borough of New York City and was adopted at 5 days old by Davina and Tony Sanaa, a family of Puerto Rican and Italian-American descent. Sanaa engaged in dance lessons during her childhood. After sustaining a severe shoulder injury while part of a tumbling team, she enrolled in acting classes at the age of 12. Discovered by a talent scout during a performance in an off-Broadway musical titled The New York City Street Show in 1977, she secured a role in the 1978 film Nunzio. On March 15, 1982, Sanaa became the target of Arthur Richard Jackson, a 46-year-old drifter from Aberdeen, Scotland. Jackson's obsession with Sanaa began after watching her in the 1980 films Defiance and Raging Bull. Employing a private investigator who acquired Sanaa's unlisted phone number, Jackson posed as Martin Scorsese's assistant to obtain her residential address, claiming it was for contacting her regarding a film role replacement in Europe. In broad daylight on March 15, 1982, Jackson confronted Sanaa in front of her West Hollywood residence and assaulted her with a 5'1" 2" 14 cm hunting knife, puncturing her lung. The attack was so brutal that the blade bent. Despite numerous onlookers, including children, the assault ceased only when a delivery man, Jeff Fenn, intervened upon hearing her cries, rushed from the second floor of an apartment building, and incapacitated Jackson. After a lengthy recovery, Saldanha founded the Victims for Victims organization and actively advocated for the 1990 anti-stalking law and the 1994 Driver's Privacy Protection Act, both arising partly from the attack. Her experience inspired Saldanha to portray herself in the television film Victims for Victims, the Teresa Sanaa story, and she authored the memoir Beyond Survival, chronicling her post-attack experiences. Saldanha's initial marriage was to Fred Feliciano from February 11, 1979 to 1986. In March 1989, she entered her second marriage with Phil Peters, with whom she had a daughter, Tiana Saldanha Peters, born August 30, 1989, in Los Angeles. They remained a couple until her passing. Thank you so much for joining us on this incredible journey today. We hope you enjoyed the content, learned something new, or perhaps found inspiration. Before we wrap things up, we want to express our deepest gratitude to each and every one of you, our amazing viewers and subscribers. Stay tuned for more exciting content coming your way. Until next time, take care, stay curious, and keep spreading those positive vibes. From all of us here, thank you for being awesome. See you in the next video.